What's up everyone, welcome to Akuma's Arsenal. And today we're talking about Paulo's watch collection. So this is actually the second time I've had to do this, which, well, I'm looking forward to doing this again actually, because this guy's got a really dope collection. Just gotta find it on Instagram. And let's get started. Hey man, I'm responding to your video about how your watches make you feel. I'm messaging you on Insta so it's easier to show you the pictures. Tag 2000. I mostly wear vintage since I dress more formally on average and have smaller wrists. So I basically wear this whenever I'm dressed real casually or sporty. It's my only watch I trust in the water, and it's basically my beater. With it on, I feel like I can trust it to stay safe while being on its own, and focus on being active. And a lovely Tag 2000. So yeah, I've actually handled this piece, and it is a stunning. I love it. Just imagine. So if you guys are familiar with the Aqua Racer, especially the newer ones, where it kind of has the kind of metallic, kind of brutalist, very modern kind of design aesthetic. This is very similar in design. However, it's 38 millimeters, and it's a bit more. It's called the 2000 Classic. So imagine like early 2000s kind of design. This one is really lovely. It has a really nice kind of waved dial, and 1269, and a different bracelet than the one I handled, and the white dial. Let me just relay some of the thoughts that I had. So the one on this dial is stunning, but the one I handled had a silver dial. So the dials on a lot of these 2000s, Tag 2000s, are just really stunning. Very gorgeous. They have a Swiss ETA 2824 in there. And you can only really find them used because Tag doesn't make them anymore, and you can find them in between about $500 and $1,000. But I would say just right now I wouldn't pay anything over $800 for one. But those are like the listings that are really high end. And if you're a lady, there's I think 28 millimeter ones. So if you're a woman watching my channel, or someone looking to get a watch room, and there's 28 millimeter ones, and they run really inexpensively. So I'd recommend those to you guys. And this one's just a really lovely piece, man. I see what you mean. I looked through your collection before, and a lot of vintage watches. This guy is I think he's 300 meters water resistant. Just imagine. Oh, I'm not wearing my SKX, but here it is. It's kind of Tag's interpretation of a 38 millimeter dive watch. So yeah, you guys check them out. They're pretty sick. And nice picture, by the way. A bit of fun in the sun. So next we have the Bulova Accutron. The Bulova was one of the first watches I bought myself. Knew I was going to keep. It's very capable of being dressed up, but I like to bring it down with a vintage style leather strap. I love listening to the hum of the tuning fork movement. It's a great watch to chat about with engineering majors and watch geeks alike. My girlfriend usually wears this watch, so I don't wear it as much as I used to. And there it is, the stunning Bulova Accutron. If you guys are interested in actually purchasing one of these run fairly inexpensively actually. There's the one that TGV reviewed, and that currently I would say has a TGV tax on it. But there's so many different variants, and this is a prime example of one of the more traditional variants of the Bulova Accutron. Very stunning. It kind of looks like it's from the 50s, well, 50s or 60s really, probably 60s actually. I love it. I love the location of the crown actually. It's a stunning piece, and once I build up my watch budget, this is something that I'd like to get on the channel, definitely. Stunning Bulova Accutron, and I love the gold accents on there. And if it was actually a gold piece, damn, that would be 10 out of 10. But this right here is a good 9 out of 10, especially bang per buck. 10 out of 10 though. Oh, check it. This is his caption. Oh wow! By the way, you know what? I'm gonna leave a link in the description to his Instagram page. And I really recommend, that you guys read what he wrote for the Bulova Accutron. It's a bunch, but it's a cool. You know what? Let's read it, and I'll leave his Instagram in the description. For my first time voting, I only felt it appropriate to wear my Bulova Accutron, seen here at Vio Hollow Halloween Strap Made in America, OFC. To me, these vintage Bulovas represent true American innovation. The Accutron's tuning fork movement was the first change in the way we kept time in 300 years. While it was eventually beaten by quartz, it is an amazing testament to a time when America was a major player in the watch industry. Bulova is also a brand that was a pioneer in American advertising, airing the first television commercial ever. Wow, I did not know that. And launching the first $1 million advertising campaign. They launched the first ever full line of women's watches, setting themselves apart from the rest of the industry, which to this day underestimates that sector of market and makes way for the likes of Michael Kors. One of my favorites in the collection, this is a watch made in America from a time that stood for pushing our limits and shooting for the moon. Damn. It's funny because he has a Soviet watch in there. I'm just messing with you, but yeah, amazing. And he has a picture of his girl wearing the watch. That's cool, man. My girl wears the Casio, but I think we're gonna go to an event tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna maybe bring maybe my vintage long jeans for her to wear. I don't know, but yeah, it's nice when a girl does wear your watches, huh? It looks stunning. So next one we have the Favre-Leuba Seabird. So I don't know I don't know if that's French or Swiss or whatever, but I'm gonna say it like that. Favre-Leuba. Alright, it's Favre space Leuba. So Favre-Leuba Seabird. I bought this watch because I really wanted an alarm watch and fell in love with this patina. Its design and size is also very capable of being worn formally, but since I have had watches better for that, I'll treat it like a military/field watch to play to the patina. It's beat up and makes me feel like I'm ready for an adventure. And damn, I love this watch. Now that is a wonderful, 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 wonderful vintage piece. So, if you look on the picture, it has an arrow. The first time I actually did this video, I was looking at it like, what the heck? What is that? What is that for? A GMT hand? But it's for the alarm, I'm assuming. I love the hands. The dial does have a nice patina, like you said. One thing that I actually find interesting about it is the crowns. I like the big fat crowns, no crown guards. Classic. Lovely. What is it called? Favre-Leuba Seabird. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna look into these. Because if these are one of those kind of more low-key alarm watches, then this is something that I gotta look into. Not too long ago, I was looking at Seiko Bellmatics, and they're running about $300, and they have an alarm function also. So I'm gonna check out what the price is compared to the Seiko Bellmatic, and if it's significantly less, I'll consider it. And this picture, this one's my favorite. I'm gonna obviously put it up there. Look at that. Just look at the watch, the gloves, the thing. You're a swagged out dude. That's cool, man. But that watch though, on point, man. Just damn. And it just recently snowed here too. Lovely. So the next one is the Raketa submarine watch. It's hard to explain, but I know you know the charm in these Russian watches. They keep shitty time, are built just well enough to work, and throw pretentiousness out the window. This watch is my casual wear with gold watch, and the sunburst 24-hour dial and 4-hour shift inner bezel just make me feel badass. And a lovely Raketa. Lovely. I don't know what it is about Soviet watches. They'll be like, I don't know, let's just say 38 millimeters. And the lug width will be like 18, so the lug widths are always super duper thin, but this one even looks like maybe 16, very, very, very thin lug width. This one is, a stunning Russian watch, and surprisingly, not even a few days ago I was looking at these. These run very, very inexpensively. I'm gonna say around $50, definitely under 100, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this right here is a stunning watch. Oh. Look at that beauty. Damn, that's a beautiful, beautiful watch, man. Ooh! This one is. I wonder if this one is old new stock, because the dial is perfect. The watch is in immaculate condition, so I wonder if it's old new stock, because some of the ones that, a lot of the Russian watches that I've been looking at, they're all are old new stock. So you know, I recommend you guys to just do a deep dive into vintage Soviet watches, or Russian as he puts them. But you know, some of them are made in Ukraine, I believe. Maybe some made in Belarus, but all those post-Soviet Warsaw Pact countries. You know, actually, I think Poland makes a few quartz watches too, but they're modern, so they're Polish watches. The next one we have the Polerouter. This is my absolutely most geeky watch. It's designed by Gerald Genta, has buckets of aviation history, and is just downright gorgeous. It just screams class. I used to have a vintage Omega Geneve as my dress watch, so I haven't been able to suit this up with this baby yet, as I only bought it a few weeks ago, but I can't wait. And there it is, that stunning retro and just retro freaking amazing beautiful, I'm gonna say 60s dress watch. Lovely. I love the hands. It reminds me a lot of my little old Longines. I wonder if it's 14 karat. I wonder, this one, out of all of them, I don't think the other one's definitely not, like the Rakuten, I'm sure it's not gold. However, this one, I wonder if it's gold or not. And I'm gonna actually just ask you, is that universal? Yeah, stunning piece. Gerald Genta, I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see how much this one costs here, because you know a lot of those Genta watches, just the fact that it's designed by Gerald Genta, I'm sure that pushes up the price a lot. So I wonder. It's very, very different than all the more popular designs he did. So I wonder if this is one of the watches he designed on his way up, you know, to kind of build his name in the watch industry before he did all the porthole stuff. But a stunning watch with a large amount of horological significance. I love the what is it called? I want to say chapter ring. I want to say chapter ring. However, around the dial, there's a very, very stunning kind of inlay. Love it. I love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The minute ring. Oh my God, I need to brush up on my watch terms. The minute ring, or is that the chapter ring? The thing that tells you specifically what minute it is. And the hour markers, I think they're absolutely lovely. Just the attention to detail here, with the lines going around the horizontal and vertical axes. I'm assuming it has a domed crystal. You know, I love the dial on this bad boy. I love it. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I've took a little bit of a look at these Universal Geneves. However, it was a super duper long time ago. I have to brush up. But I did not know that Genta designed anything for them. So thank you very, very much for the info. Stunning piece. Love it on that strap, man. And the next wedding you have to go to, you're gonna be the man with the best watch. I am sure of it. And last but not least, the fountain pens. The Lamy Safari. This one's marked with Berlin. Lamy is a German fountain pen maker. They are pretty much, I would say, they're basically the Rolex of fountain pens. They're kind of the Rolex of fountain pens because they're kind of just the go-to. Like, oh, I want a fountain pen. I'll go with the Lamy, you know, because they're just, it's gonna be, you know, on point. However, the way they design them and manufacture them, I believe they're made in Germany, so they're a lot more like Braun, with that kind of industrial, clean design. Just another German company that's at the top of their game in their industry. And the next one I believe is a Pelican Silveron M400 as a birthday gift from his mother. Stunning, man. The gold accents on that is very, very clean. Lovely piece. And I'll include the picture of my Grail fountain pen. It's actually by this company called Danny Trio. It's a Japanese. This is my Grail, by the way. This is a long ways off. It's made by a company called Danny Trio, and they make it from this resin called Urushi, which is very, very, the only really way to describe it is a very refined resin. If you guys are interested, do some research on Urushi resin. And go look at Fig Boots on Pen's video about it, and just Danny Trio is just there's like, you know, Lamy, which is like, you know, they make dope fountain pens, but they run from kind of like 50 to maybe upwards of maybe, some will go pretty expensive, but their price range is usually under $200, and you know, kind of in there, right? But damn, Danny Trios, they run a few G's, man. So very, very stunning. If I ever get one, I'll make a video about it. However, in conclusion, Paulo, you have a dope collection. I love the vintage. You're a younger guy like me, Kaushal. Young guys into vintage watches that are, you know, we're on the kind of, I'd say on the right path, you know, checking out these really, really cool, sometimes inexpensive, underappreciated vintage pieces. I'm just, seeing your collection just fills me with joy, honestly. Got Soviet, Bulova, you know, the history behind each watch. You know, I learned a lot from your email, and I'm sure in general I could learn a lot about watches from you. So I just want to say thank you very, very much for sending your collection, and yeah, very much appreciated. Thank you very, very much for watching the video, and if you guys have any questions about his collection, feel free to comment them. I'll ask him after this video if he can respond to them and answer any questions that people have about his collection. Thank you very, very much for watching, and Akuma out.